still look like crap? I'll just have to look like crap. Hey there, it's Mel with One Woman and Two Acres. I'm going to make my most favorite thing in the world. I love this stuff. I will make this every winter, no fail, because it is so wonderful and it's so rich. It's so true. But if I find a cool evening in summer, any excuse, I will make it. I love this stuff. Come on, have some fun, make it with me. The ingredients are a half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick. It says 1 leek. That's never enough for me. Salt and pepper to taste. 2 cups of chicken broth, which is still cooling off a little bit. 1½ teaspoons of cornstarch. It says 2 cups of potatoes. This is good enough for me. And you can use 1 cup of heavy cream, or I use half and half. There goes that bloody chicken again. Okay, first, I have washed this, but you're going to end up washing them again. It's just the way it works. It's the nature of leeks, because they have a lot of sand in them. See? So you'll end up, doing this more. But I try to get in until there's not any black. Right, get out. Well, there it would have been if I hadn't made such a mess, but it needs washed anyway. So just pull off those leaves. You're going to use them, so don't throw them out, but you're trying to get in past the dirt. Good luck. Okay, now just take them to the sink and wash them in cool water. Oh, leave the knife there. Once they're rinsed, which I probably don't need this much, but I can't stand myself, I've got to have it. So you just slice them up. And yes, you use some of the green part too until it gets up to where it's kind of yee. And you just go to there. Not Yuki yet. Not Yuki yet. There's Yuki. There. And give that to the chickens, and if they'll eat it, cool. Now what I do is I don't like big chunks of anything. I mean, if it won't fit in my mouth from the spoon or fork, I hate that. It's one of my pet peeves. I do it with stew meat too. Cut it up. This is what I'd like to grow. I need some more information on it. Yes, I'm going to cut some more. Herbie. Herbie will eat anything. Okay. So now I have a nice pile of leeks. Now let's cook them. Okay. Once the butter is melted, you throw the leeks in. Give them a nice stir. Throw about, I don't know, like half a teaspoon of salt, something to get those juices rolling. And then coming back frequently to give it a nice stir. Cook this for about 15 minutes. While we're waiting on the leeks, I am going to cut up some potato. And again, you will notice that I am cutting it up the smaller chunks that I can actually eat and not have to eat my soup with a knife and fork. I don't like that. And if you do, you cut it your way. No, I don't. I cut it my way. Give it a whack. Somebody said that I had a big mouth. Well, I'm loud, but my mouth is actually pretty small. I just got really good lungs. I have 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch in here, and I couldn't put it in my broth because my broth is still hot or warm, and you know what that means. Lumps, big time. So you always put it in cold water, give it a stir. Doesn't take much water. And then put it into your broth. Just a nice swoosh. So your leeks are done. Yum. You pour your broth in. Yum. Then you get your potato in. Yum, 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 yum. Get in there. Just this once. Don't go all over the place. Oh, I did it. That's it. One time. Okay. Have that a nice thing. And then bring it to a boil. Now you will notice that Herbie has a sweater on. We had some very cool weather. Get your big butt out of the way. And he was shivering. So I pulled out his little coat, and I said, "You want your coat on?" And he was all excited. And I know there was a bug. He was all excited. He couldn't wait. He's been in it, and he loves it. You're a silly dog. Most dogs hate that stuff. Now that it's boiling, I give it a little stir, and I pour in my half and half. Stir it up and reduce the heat so that it simmers. And you want it to simmer for a good 30 minutes until the potatoes are nice and soft and wonderful. Yeah, I leave my potato skins on because they have a lot of nutrition. So I need all the help I can get. So what you can do is you can also make this thicker. If you don't want to use cornstarch, a lot of folks don't, and I don't blame them, is use arrowroot powder. It's a thickening agent. I'm going to see about growing it. I don't know if it'll grow here. Because it's a wonderful thickening agent. Also, you could cook the potatoes beforehand and cook a few extra, whiz them up, and then use that as a thickening agent as well. There's all kinds of ways of doing it. Well, I can't stand myself. I've got to try some. Oh. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Oh my word. This is the only reason I want it colder. That is so good. And it's so rich and flavorful. And if you want a little more salt, use more. If you want a little less salt, use less. Pepper, same way. Whatever. Make it to where you love it. I love this. Also, like I said, you can use heavy cream, and it makes it, creamier. Whatever. You don't want it that creamy, use regular milk. Use 2%, use 1%. Ew. Ugh, that would be nasty. Okay, don't do that. Okay. So, that's my wonderful leek soup. I'm going to do is sit down, have me some lunch. I finally finished the curtains. Yay! This has been Mel with One Woman and 2 Acres. Y'all have a blessed day.